Hey guys, it's Brett from SA. I'm gonna try to remember how to do some fiberglassing my old boss taught me a long time ago. Sadly, I can't ring him anymore. He passed away from cancer, as nearly everybody, I hate to say it, has. And yeah, so it's a bit sad that I can't ring him anymore for advice. These are vents for, there you go, you can see he made that for me, Andy. But yeah, so I'm just gonna make a couple up, and yeah, so basically first thing you need to do is polish them with wax remover. It's mold release. You need to do really good coats. You need to do it absolutely everywhere, otherwise the gel coat will stick. Anywhere between 3 to 5 coats. Yeah, so but you just don't be afraid to put it on. You don't polish it like car polish. But once you have laid it on, do not touch it with your fingers, because of basically it can have a reaction with the acids on your skin. Yeah, so got to be really careful with what you're doing. So yeah, just basically give it a good oh. So Andy had been in the business for 40 years, and it got him in the end. He wasn't a big believer in safety gear, and yeah, and plus he was a very heavy smoker. But I would have been a very proud person if he was my father, because he was an amazing person. Yeah, he loved his Harleys and worked 7 days a week and worked himself to the bone, and literally to death. And yeah, I was able to fly up and see him off one last time. So yeah, it's just a bit of insight into how I was learning fiberglassing. Yeah, I miss him a lot. But the reason I've started these videos, let's get to that. So I live in SA, and my whole life, and I'm not young, so for anyone thinks that I'm under the age of 35 or 40, no, I'm over that. This is a bit therapeutic for me. I like, maybe if I help one person out of 1,000, I've done what I was put here to do. The only reason I say that is I suffer from bipolar, PTSD, OCD, and a couple of other bits and pieces that, yeah. So I don't like being around people, but I can talk. And I thought, well, you know what, if I can talk, maybe some people will like it. learn, and if, like I said, if I can help 1 in 1,000 who's suffering from a mental illness, yeah. So just to give you an idea, it's coming up 28 years of dealing with mine. So yeah. Now I'm going to mix up some gel. Gel coat. And we're going to do, that's resin. That's resin. That's resin. That's release agent. Black. White. So we're going to do white gel coat. And that'll be all I do today, obviously, because you need the gel coat to dry. And being this time of year, yeah, it's a bit cool. Alright, I'm just after a spoon. So I only make these to order. I had someone ask if I had any left, and I really didn't want to make any, but like, because of my health that's been deteriorating. Like, I used to buy and sell a lot of car parts and bits and pieces like that. I don't do that anymore. Yeah, I did a lot, but I'll put some gel coat and resin together. Gel coat and catalyst, sorry. And then make sure you get it all on the sides. You really got to mix this stuff well, because if you don't, the gel coat won't go off. I don't really care about the gel coat on my hands. Yeah, I've done it for so long with working on cars and stuff. I love buying gloves. I'm one of those people who likes to buy safety equipment, but if I use it, then I'm worried that I'm going to have to repurchase it. So, yeah, I'm a bit funny like that. So basically, now, the easy part. You get your gel, your good brush, and you apply your gel coat. And thickness, you want to cover it. You don't want to see the mold underneath. That's what, but we'll do a couple of coats. So, yeah. So, but I'd be interested to know where other people are in regards to cars and what people like. I love American cars. I really want a Trans Am, but I'll never be able to own one now, because in Australia they are just so expensive. You might not believe that, but they are. And I had someone want to swap a Fiero that didn't run and another American car that I'd really not heard much about, and wanted to swap it for one of my Skylines, and it was worth like $40,000, and I went no. Even though I like Fieros, but I was a bit. I didn't really want to swap a car that ran perfectly, was in perfect condition, had no damage on it at all, for a car that I had to work on, and I don't know how hard Fieros are to get parts for, and with everything that's going on in the, the United States with tariffs and stuff, I don't know if they would be affected. So, yeah, because I wouldn't want to buy a cheap car and have the parts worth more than what they're worth. And is a car, when it's finished, valuable? Are they rare? Are they, just, yeah, there's just a lot of questions. Because a lot of people will say a car's only worth as much as someone willing to pay, and that's exact truth. Yeah. I've never bought an expensive car. I've bought cars that have turned into expensive cars in regards to the market going up, which has been good. My wife and I have come across cars and just absolutely just got really, really lucky. We've never really lost out. I mean, if you few of you want to know, or Google, I've restored Nissan Pulsar Reebok edition N13, and that sold really well. And then I've restored Nissan Pulsar Vector SVD edition. That was a bare metal respray. My wife does all my spray painting. That car had a brand new bonnet, boot, guards. Like I said, bare metal. So had everything going for it. Had the original books, and we rescued it from a young girl who was going to sell it to a kid as a paddock basher. So I'm really glad we saved it, because they only built 200 of them. And we got a manual, and it was great, and we restored it and made a little bit on it, which was like about 600%. So that's, like I said, a good profit margin. But the amount of hours into it, I couldn't even tell you. They were endless hours, like down to the reupholstery, the repairs, finding the original material, because it had its very own material. I didn't have anything standard. So yeah, and it was just awesome. We did new roof lining. Oh, it's such a good car. I like rare cars. If I restore cars, I only do rare ones, like the Rally Art. That Rally Art we're doing up at the moment is very rare. Like I said, they made 500 of them, but there's about 8 red sunroof manual, and there's 8, from what I got told, there's 8 red with the sunroof and 4 with the manual. So yeah, but that's not gospel. I don't want the people to get it, don't look it up. It's not worth the anxiety. Like, I'm still sick as a dog, but I just like doing this. Makes me feel better. Plus, I'm sick of laying down. Sick of it. Alright. We're getting somewhere now. I'll be right back. Alright, there you go. They've all been laid up. White, gel coat, mold released. I'll come up, fiberglass them. Gonna come up here and clean. So yeah, put them undercover. That's my little area. Now, like I said, I used to have a whole shed, and now that's all I've got left. But yeah, alright. Please like and follow for more content. Which will be tomorrow when I lay them up, and then yeah, you'll see them prepped, ready, and posted off. So yeah, like, subscribe. Alright, thanks from South Australia, and enjoy the sunset.